What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duval here, back with some more GTA 6 videos. TGG, third time's a charm. Official news: GTA 6 only started development in 2020. I don't think that's accurate. I think GTA 6 started development in 2018 because that's when they finished their major game at the time, Red Dead Redemption 2. That's when it was released. Oops, sorry for that. And I'm pretty sure immediately after, or probably even before the end of RDR2, they had conceptualization and ideas and stuff for GTA 6. So I'm pretty sure it started right after RDR2. But let's get into it.
Today, Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' publisher, hosted their quarterly earnings call. And if you've been following GTA 6 for a year or two now, you know that this is normally a very important event, because over the past few years, we've been using these earnings calls to try and figure out when GTA 6 is going to be released. Obviously, we know that now, so not as many people listened to this earnings call. But now that we have an official release date, Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, shared some info on some very interesting stuff. In particular, the fact that the game only entered development in 2020, which a lot of people have been
Wait. Hold up. So you're telling me this is an actual official source? I might be wrong. Grand Theft Auto 6 began development in earnest in 2020. What do they mean in earnest? Hold on, let me Google that. Resulting from showing sincere and intense conviction. Oh, okay, so as in like serious development, like full-blown development. Okay, whatever. Anyway, blah blah blah. Massive success of Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's now the most anticipated entertainment property of all time. Oh, they just restated the same thing in the picture. Okay.
Taking a little bit out of context, but anyway, we're going to break it all down right after we talk about today's sponsor. Have you been looking for a cool server in GTA 5 RP? Then I have some great news for you. You need to try Grand Roleplay. Grand RP has a developed system of factions, a huge fleet of cars, and a bunch of cool clothes for any fashionista. All of this is collected here. The most important plus, you can start playing it for free, literally in a couple of clicks. The first thing you need to do is follow the link in the description to the project website, fill out all the fields, and create your character. It's very important to register through the site, because this way you can get one of 3 premium cars to choose from right at the very beginning of the game. It's also easy. The main thing you don't want to forget to do is enter
I installed it once and never again.
Doing this will give you a nice bonus in the form of in-game currency and VIP status for a quick start. Recently on the server, there's a new battle pass, which opens up access to exclusive rewards and more content, making the game even more exciting. So check out Grand RP in the link down below, and thank you to Grand RP for sponsoring today's video. Okay, here is exactly what Strauss said about GTA 6 today. I'll let this clip play, and then after that, we'll break it down and talk about it.
Rockstar expects to release Grand Theft Auto 6 on May 26, 2026.
Not to go off topic, but Strauss Zelnick just has the most corporate look ever. Middle-aged white guy, suit and tux without the arm tie, handkerchief in the top pocket. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. He screams corporate. He screams corporate, middle-aged white male. Alright, with that being said, I'm done.
Which is in our fiscal year 2027. I believe affording Rockstar additional time for such a groundbreaking project is a worthy investment. Grand Theft Auto 6 began development
the greatest investment
in 2020 following the massive success of Red Dead Redemption 2, and the title is now the most anticipated entertainment property of all time. Consumer anticipation is unprecedented, with Trailer 2's cross-platform debut last week shattering records to become the biggest video launch of all time, with over 475 million views in 24 hours. This follows Trailer 1's record-breaking debut of 93 million views in 24 hours on YouTube alone. Spotify streams of the track featured in the trailer, Hot Together by the Pointer Sisters, surged by 182,000%.
Boosted their Spotify streams. I remember that shit.
Once again, proving Rockstar's ability to influence popular culture. The ambition and complexity of Grand Theft Auto 6 is greater than any previous Rockstar title, and the team is poised to release it one more time. Popular culture. The ambition and complexity of Grand Theft Auto 6 is greater than any previous Rockstar title, and the team is poised to release another astonishing entertainment experience that will exceed players' expectations.
Okay, so the main thing Strauss said was Grand Theft Auto 6 began development in earnest in 2020 following Red Dead 2. It's 2025. A lot of people don't know what earnest means.
I had to Google it myself.
With conviction. So basically, GTA 6 only really entered serious development in 2020.
That's pretty much what I said.
In other words, entered full development in 2020. Now, what does that mean? So first of all, a lot of people have been saying GTA 6 has been in development for 12 years since GTA 5 came out. That's just not true, not at all. But it also kind of...
So imagine if it was, how much greater it could be doing it in just a little over half the time. What percentage of 12 is 7? I don't know, but it's like 60 something, I think.
Shows that
I'm gonna Google it. I didn't want to make the video too long. What percentage of 12 is 7? 58. I was close. I said 60. 58%. So it's a little more than half. Imagine having 5 more years to develop. My God, they could have added a literal whole other country or something. They could do so much.
GTA 6 hasn't been in full production since Red Dead 2 came out. So Red Dead 2 came out in 2018 in October, but what happened in that year or two before GTA 6 entered full development? Let's talk about it, because we know that Rockstar was seen scouting locations in Miami in 2018 and 2019. These are leaked documents, leaked pages of info from business owners in Miami showing that Rockstar was at their property scouting it out for their upcoming game. But apparently the game only entered production in 2020. Those timelines don't add up. So here is what looks to be the more accurate timeline of GTA 6's development now. In 2018, Red Dead 2 releases. It's a massive success, obviously. It sold 74 million copies now.
I can't rationalize in my brain why they wouldn't start development immediately after RDR2. I'm sure they'd have a mining team working on updates and all of that stuff, but I really would think they would have been locked in from 2018. And think about how strenuous that is. You slave away at making one game. Crunch is insane. I think they're working on it now, like to fix that crunch thing. But it's insane. And then immediately after that ends, then you have to hop onto a new game. I cannot even imagine.
But massive success. It's a massive success.
Well, I kind of can because I'm developing a game myself, but that's not important right now.
Obviously, it sold 74 million copies now, but massive success. Around this time, maybe even a little bit before Red Dead 2 released, GTA 6 would have entered what's called pre-development or pre-production. During this time, the developers would throw out ideas, brainstorm, maybe even write a rough outline of the story, and begin to scout out locations that they're going to build the map on. It was also around this 2018 to 2019 period that the Project Americas file got leaked. Now, if you don't know what Project Americas is, this was the original code name for GTA 6 before it entered full production. In this document, a bunch of stuff got revealed. First, that we would be getting a male and a female character, which turned out to be true. That the game would be set in Vice City, which again turned out to be true. But also a bunch of other stuff, like it would take place in multiple cities across America. It would also take place in South America, like Brazil, for example. And also, some part of the game would be set in the 1980s. Now, we don't know how much of this is going to turn out to be true when the game actually comes out. But what we do know is over time, Project Americas mostly got scrapped, and instead, Rockstar aimed to narrow down the scope of the project and mainly focus it around just Vice City and the state of Leonida. This was all actually reported on during 2020 by Jason Schreier. You can go back and find his articles. I even made a video on it right here somewhere. It'll be on your screen if you want to go back and watch the video from...
You know, as he mentions that thing about South America, that's something that always occurred to me, because it's like, obviously there were some drug related missions in GTA 6. The one in particular, I think it's Hood Safari. I don't remember that's the exact name, but that's the one where Franklin, Trevor, and Michael? Was it all three of them? I don't remember. And they went to Grove Street, and there was this CJ looking guy, and he had like a key in the brick of cocaine. That mission, and then they had to take out all of I think it was the Ballas. That's the purple gang, yeah. So I always thought to myself it would be cool for GTA 6 if they allowed you to like probably not in game but like in real time cutscenes or whatever throughout the story. You fly to South America, you're deeply invested into the drug trade. Then you have the GTA equivalent of the real life drug lords like Escobar and El Chapo, all of that stuff. So going across countries isn't something that surprises me. That's yeah.
2020. A lot of people didn't believe Jason Schreier at this point in 2020 when he said GTA 6 was only in early development, but now it seems as though this was true. So anyway, all those leaks happen in about 2018, 2019, and then we find out in February of 2020 that Dan Houser, the vice president of Rockstar, is leaving the company. And then shortly after that, or around that time, GTA 6 entered full production. So what does that tell us? Well, there's a good chance that there were maybe some creative differences with Dan Houser. Maybe he wanted GTA 6 to go down the route of the Project Americas leaks, and then for whatever reason, I guess that couldn't happen, and maybe Dan Houser decided that it was time to leave. Fast forward one more year to 2021, and Tom Henderson, another reputable leaker, comes out and shares a bunch of details about GTA 6.
Wow, how did that not...
If you want to go back to 2021,
that should have exploded on the impact.
That's where I covered that. Link will be in the description below. In this report, again, he confirmed that the game was in early development. We would get a female protagonist, maybe some stuff like cryptocurrency in the game, and that the game probably wouldn't come out.
Not to interrupt, even though I clearly am, because it's a reaction, but I really would love to see like a full fleshed out economy in this game. They had stocks in GTA 5 on a basic level, so I'd love to see all of that come back. Crypto, as he said, even though, you know, we really could be doing this in real life, but there's much less risk because it's a video game. Can do both, real life and a video game. More things to buy. That was the issue with the older games, San Andreas, Vice City. You could get so much money, but there was literally nothing to spend it on except spray painting, and that was like $100 if I remember correctly. So it would probably take you centuries to spend all of that cash.
Out until 2024 or 2020.
I hate my headphone delays so much.
The game was in early development. We would get a female protagonist, maybe some stuff like cryptocurrency in the game, and that the game probably wouldn't come out until 2024 or 2025. Turns out that was correct. It just got pushed back one more year to 2026.
Understandably.
A few weeks ago. In early 2022, Rockstar officially announces that GTA 6 is in development with this tweet on your screen here. And then later in the year, 50 minutes of GTA 6 footage leaks online. Now, if you've seen those leaks, kinda hard to believe that GTA 6 production only really fully started in 2020. So those leaks that we saw were from a game that had only been in full production for about 2 years. Kinda insane.
That
Moving
is
to
really
the end
insane.
of 2023, trailer...
Especially given the scope of said game. This game is the king of games. And that's...
One releases, of course. That makes everyone very happy. 2024, a year of silence. 2025... we get trailer 2, and we are where we are now. So there's a lot of people freaking out about this right now. GTA 6 only started development in 2020. What? The game's gonna be so small. No, that's not what that means. Pre-production did start before that, but full production seems like it started in 2020. I understand, though, it does raise a few questions, particularly around this 2020 date, seeing as that's where Dan Houser, the former vice president of Rockstar, left, around the same time that the game started development. Why? And maybe it provides a little bit of proof to all of the leaks and suggestions that GTA 6 has been rebooted a few times. The development has restarted over that 2018 to 2019, 2020 period. So it definitely seems during the start of GTA 6's lifespan or development, it was a bit rough. They couldn't really figure out what they wanted this game to be. But for at least the past 5 years now, it seems like they got a clear direction on what GTA 6 is. It's been in full development for at least 5 years now. It's got another full year to go, meaning it will be in full development longer than GTA 5, Red Dead 2, these games. So I don't think we should be worried at all. And finally, let's talk about GTA 6's release date. A lot of people are still nervous that the game is going to get delayed again. Strauss Zelnick did talk to IGN about that as well, and we now know why the game got delayed, which is good.
Okay, yeah, I actually saw this, I think, a day or two ago. So, Strauss Zelnick, essentially, I'm going to just try and summarize this. He said the game is only less than 6 months away from its original release, 2025. Only less than 6 months, yet it's in May. That's literally a year and some days. A year and I would say a year and 8 days away. There was an opportunity with small amount of incremental time. We thought to make sure, blah blah blah. Yes, sorry, whatever.
Asked why the game got delayed by IGN, Strauss said the needs or lack.
I guess they just figured, alright, the extra months on top of the 6 months, because it's really 1 year, so it's 6 months and 8 days. I guess that's just for like the final polish
Thereof for continued polish become clear. In this case, there was an opportunity with a small amount of incremental time, we thought, to make sure Rockstar achieves its creative vision with no limitations. And I supported, of course, that approach. So basically, continued polish, make sure the game is polished, not buggy, and so that Rockstar can achieve its creative vision. Kinda obvious, but anyway, that's why I put that at the end of the video. Anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys?
Well guys, that was it. GTA 6 only started development in 2020, which is insane given the craziness that was that year on a global scale. I would have thought they started in 20... And you know, that makes me wonder, what were they doing? Well, obviously, other than updating RDR2 and GTA Online, which does not require a huge team. It's just online updates for the most part. What were they doing? What was most of the team doing? But they have to have been like conceptualizing story and missions and all of that stuff. Yeah, that had to have been what they were doing for those 2 years, 2018 to 20. Well, it would be more like 1 year and some months, because obviously, when did RDR2 drop? I think it was in June. Yeah, no, it's in October. So 2 months, 1 year and 2 months. Yeah, 1 year and 2 months. So they probably likely spent that time conceptualizing, writing the story for GTA 6. Yeah, that sounds about right. So that was it, guys. That was GTA 6 only started development in 2020. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.